Hey, how's it going? If you're watching this video, it's because you are clicking on a overview of a 1983 Honda V65 Magna. This is coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm just gonna profile this bike and some of the features of it, a little history maybe, and some of the mods and just the overall general condition of it. So thanks for watching. So it's an 83 V65, so it's an 1100 cubic inch. Honda first produced this bike, this model, in 83. I think the V45 might have come out the year before, I just don't remember. But in 83, the big dog came out, V65, and it came out in two colors in 83. This bike here, which was the Pearl Siren Blue, they called it. It's kind of a navy blue, metallic. And then it came out in that candy apple red, which is just a beautiful color as well. And that's it. After this year, 84, 85, 86, they only put it out in black and the red. So it's kind of novel. This bike, this color is only available in 83. Other things kind of unique to 83 are the wheels as well. If you notice, it has a star pattern wheel. And after 83, for whatever reason, Honda went to this kind of a straight spoke mag. Also, if you notice, these wheels have a polished aluminum, kind of a beauty ring in the spokes. They went to this chrome in later years, and that chrome would peel, and it's just horrible. So that's 83 makes a lot better, I think, overall preservation quality because that they're polished. But the bike overall is in beautiful condition. It's got about 16,000 miles on it. It's been loved on pretty much its whole life by all the owners. I'm the third owner, and this bike has got about, well, I said 16,000 miles. I've put a couple thousand on it, just you know, having fun on it. Let's see, what else can I tell you about it? When it came out in 83, it was a boss. It was one of the fastest bikes produced. I think it's actually in the Guinness Book of World Records as the fastest production motorcycle from probably 86 to maybe 89 when they updated the book. But this has 116 horsepower, and also unique to 83 were these larger carburetors. I think they changed the carburetors in 84, so the bike's got an extra 10 horsepower over the other Magnas. And let's see, changes on this bike, which is mostly stock. There's a few mods that I've made to it. Polished the front forks, which is kind of a nice touch. They're kind of a matte aluminum, but forks are now got a polished face, which is nice. A lot of guys go crazy and they polish everything. They'll polish the clutch cover and all these different things. But the engine's totally stock. Has every accessory that came with the bike, including the radiator cover guards. It's got the sissy bar, which was a Honda line extra you could get from the dealer, with that little rack on the back. It's kind of handy. I've also got the little grab rail that replaces the sissy bar and for kind of a lower profile look. I've replaced all of these turn signal stalks. These things tend to just rot, break, and then turn signals get droopy. So I've replaced all four of these, and they are original OEM Honda. If you'll notice, the horns are different than those big chrome pieces. I've put on kind of a louder, lower profile horn, but I've got the stock horns right there. They work great. Let's see. Other thing, handlebars. Let's talk about handlebars. The stock handlebars for this bike were a three-piece bar, similar to what the Honda Nighthawks have. That they would go rotate here in the clamp, and they'd also pivot kind of like this. So it's a three-piece bar. I've got them right here, and they're wonky to say the least. They're hard to position to get comfortable. They're just, people have always complained about the goofy positioning. It pushes you too far back in the cockpit. So based on a lot of research, what I went with, which is really a great setup, is kind of a 70s era CB750 bar. A little bit flatter bar. I put some 1.5-inch risers on there to push it out, but it's just got a great setup. It's comfortable, it's wide. You have great control over the front end, and a little bit more weight on the forearms. So you feel a little bit more balanced on this bike than with those goofy stock bars. But I've really enjoyed this setup. It took me a while to kind of dial it in to where it was comfortable, but I think this is probably the best setup from what I've read and also what I've experienced with this this bar. It's got some Wimbledon grips. It's kind of a cafe racer. I love these grips. They have a little bit thicker profile, but everything on the cockpit stock. Here's the mileage. Still has the dealer's tag on break-in. Let's see, everything works, all the lights work. There's the brights. I'll start it up here in a second, but change the fluids regularly. This has had the hydraulic fluids replaced here recently. Here is the clutch sight glass, still pretty clear. Here's the brake sight glass. So fluid's great, everything works well. It's important to replace those fluids frequently. Every couple of years I do. Coolant's been replaced. Oil obviously has been replaced every about 1,000 miles with synthetic. And then the final drive oil, which is a 75W90 weight gear oil. And so as far as lubrication, this bike has been well maintained. There's no rust, no dings, no dents, no corrosion. One of the great things about this bike, it's been really well preserved in the garage of the owners. Didn't see any rain, corrosion. There's no you know, bad wiring connections because of all that. It's just everything is really tight. All the seals are good, pliable. A lot of even stuff like this, these rubber protection. I mean, these are still soft to the touch, which is just shocking to me. That these Japanese elastomerics can last, you know, this long, 40 years, and they're still going. All the stuff is still pliable, which is just amazing to me. That's just high quality Japanese, you know, manufacturing is what that is. But the bike pulls like a beast. It's like 116 horsepower, and you can feel it, man. It's just so much fun to crack open that throttle. So let's go ahead and start it up. Also got some highway pegs here, which kind of nice. They just bolt onto the engine bolts there. All right, I think that's about all I can tell you about it. I got some extra parts here, like I showed you. Here's some bars, actually extra bars off of the later model, kind of those bullhorn bars off an 84 and later. Here's the stock 83 three-piece bar with the center cap. It's got the Honda little logo in the cap. Here's a little mini grab rail, stock horns, stock grips, and that's about it. Here's an extra turn signal in there. There's the engine bolts in case you want to take these highway pegs off. That's the through bolt for the engine mount. But beyond that, guys, this is 100% clean. Probably one of the cleanest Magnas, actually one of the cleanest 80s bikes I've ever seen. And I'm just been privileged to own it and ride it, care for it, and just take care of it. So thanks for watching.